What's good, people of the cardboard, and welcome back to Fun Decks. We have, I believe, 5 new cards from Burst Protocol for Fur Hire. This is just a strange blast from the past. I can't predict any cards coming out apparently. But anyway, let's get into it. So we have Rex, Gale for Hire, level 5 Winged Dinosaur. All right, can be searched by Fossil Dig if that matters. You can reveal this card in your hand, special summon one monster for hire from your hand, except Rex for Hire, then special summon this card. Wow. So they just gave him a Joe and it's a level 5. Wow, so you theoretically could play this with Joe. Okay, and 2, if this card is added from deck to your opponent's hand by a non... Oh, sorry. If a card is added from your deck to your opponent's hand by a non-for-hire card effect, and you control another fire monster, you can draw one card. All right. All right. I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand for hire cards too well. I'd have to like do a deep dive, but it seems like a fabulous extender. I know they've constantly struggled to get multiple buys on board and get into their link monsters. So this is pretty good. And I mean, I think there is a potential. I know everyone's just splashing Canine into everything, but this is a level 5 monster that could be splashing the Canine too. But I don't think for hire has any other level 5. So but yeah, it's looking good so far. All right. Ooh, continue on. Link 2, Keel the Shipwright for hire. Link 2, Water Sea Serpent. It has a left arrow and a down arrow, and it takes 2 monsters with different types. All right, nice, somewhat generic, and obviously works well for hire. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is linked summoned, you can set one spell trap for hire or one Fandora the Flying Fortress from your deck. Also, you cannot special for the rest of the turn except for hire. Ooh, that's interesting. That's a hard lock, but getting you a spell trap on someone is pretty nice. I don't think any of the other for hire link monsters actually just net you any positives. Um, but it also this isn't even from extra deck. Okay, interesting. Interesting. And it sets though, so it's nice playing around the roll. Anyway, also has 1800 attack in the Mars. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, and if you do special summon one monster for hire from your hand, then if your opponent controls monster with the highest original attack on the field, you have time, you can special summon as a second such monster. Wow. Okay, so it's just a second extension. That's pretty broken. Okay, so I think this card's pretty good for the for hire. Not again, not a for hire expert, but it is just searching. And then this Fandora, the Flying Fortress, I think I saw this might be the new field trial, or this might be existing card. Anyway, let's check out. Okay, Fandora, the Fearsome Flying Fortress. Okay, great. This card is always treated as a for hire card. I don't know why the order is messed up here. You can only use the second, third effect of this card's name each once per turn. So one monster for hires, or for hire monsters you control, gain 300 attack for each for hire monster you control with different names. All right, sure, nice attack boost that can add pretty quickly. And then 2, during your main phase, you can add one for hire monster from your deck to your hand. Then discard card. Oh, wow, okay. So searching off the bat. I don't know if for hire really plays from the graveyard, but that's fabulous. Just gain extra consistency. And then 3, if a face up for hire monster you control is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can special one for hire monster from your deck. Wow, okay, this is pretty good. It is only on destruction, and so obviously it's not perfect. But this, I mean, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't play multiple copies of this just as a searcher. It's also a search then discard too. So again, not sure if there's any combo that can work with, but this seems like a really nice card. And again, you just get for free off of the link too if you're willing to lock yourself. Okay, let's keep going. Storm for hire. You only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If you control new monsters, special summon one level 4 or lower for hire monster from your deck. Then if your opponent controls 2 or more monsters, you can special summon one monster or one for hire monster from your deck. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except for hire. All right, so they are locking you into a pure for hire build. I don't think too many of the other cards were trying to do that. But it is nice. It can basically be a double e-tele, and it's a quick play spell. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. So this can basically be set by the link too. Unfortunately, you can't use it the churn, but just as an option to extend during your opponent's turn. That is pretty powerful. Yeah, but your opponent does need at least 2 monsters, so it's not as generic as I like. But anyway, and then 2, if for a monster would discard a card to activate its effect, you can banish this card from the graveyard instead of discarding one of those. Okay, okay, cool. So this won't work with the field spell. Oh, it only works with monsters anyway. But yeah, no, this is pretty good as it's just a graveyard effect to that you or keep some advantage anyway. Dang, so good card. And then I think there's one more. Yep, one more trap. Secret Technique for Hire. You can only use the first and second of this card's name once per turn, and only once per turn. So it's a super hard once per turn. Target face-up cards in the field up to the number of fur hire monsters you control with different names, destroy them, or if you control a level 8 or higher and a link 3 or higher monsters for hire, you can banish them instead. Oh, wow, okay. I think having a level 8 and a link 3 is, a little tough. But regardless, just being a nice targeted pop is, yeah. No, this is nice. This is basically just Ritual Beast Steeds. Okay, and the second fact, if a level 8 or higher and or link 3 or higher for higher monsters, it's special summon. If you feel like this card's in graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. Oh, interesting. I thought it would set it. It'd actually be better, obviously, if you can set it. But I guess it does give you a discard fodder, which seems to be an issue for the deck. And this is a nice card because you could theoretically discard this off the field spell and then just add it back. Okay, all right. So at least it does give you some ability to set up. Assuming you can get the level 8 or level 3, you can add it back. Sorry, level 8 or link 3, you can kind of add it back. I don't know. This is really interesting. I think I'm a little hesitant because there's so many cards that lock you out of going into, other monsters. Especially just special summoning in general. It means that like you really can't splash this with too many engines. Also, I mean, Tri Brigade would be the obvious. I know they were combined a lot initially, and then these locks just kind of killed the potential for that. So I'm optimistic. I think this is nice. I think giving them, a better boss monster besides Folgo would have been nice. But giving them a method of double E telly, which is pretty crazy. Although now just re you do need no monster, so it's not quite that broken. Unless your board gets cleared. I mean, setting it really doesn't do anything for you. So I think it's interesting. I just think you'll really have to see if the, for hire support we've had kind of trickled out over the past few years, if that's enough to make a just pure for hire deck. But hey, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and